Good evening students. In the last class we solved the exercise questions related to the laws of photoelectric effect and Einstein's photoelectric equation and also de Broglie wavelength. Now in today's class we are going to discuss the number of photons delivered per second from the monochromatic source. See here. The power of the monochromatic source that can be written as P, then P is equal to energy released per time. Here energy released in the form of number of photons. Now energy of n number of photons can be written as n into h into nu divided by t, then it is power. But what we required, the number of photons per second we have to find, means n by t is equal to p by h nu. Then what is n by t here? Where n by t is the number of photons delivered per second. The number of photons delivered per second. Okay, otherwise it is the rate of the photons. Rate of photons means the number of photons delivered per time. Okay. Now, so when we have to use this formula, only when the power and frequency of incident radiation given. P is power of the monochromatic source and nu is the frequency of radiation. Now, next one, if wavelength of the radiation given, then how to write this formula? N by T is equal to P by nu means here C by lambda, H into C by lambda. Then let us take this lambda to the numerator, then it is P lambda divided by H into C. So we have to use this formula only when the power and wavelength of the incident radiation given. So now let us solve the question related to this formula. So what is the question? A 100 watt sodium lamp radiates energy uniformly in all directions. The lamp is located at the center of large sphere that absorbs all the sodium light which is incident on it. The wavelength of sodium light is 589 nanometer. So at what rate are the photons delivered to the sphere? Means we have to find at what rate the number of photons delivered from the monochromatic source to the sphere. So means we have to find n by t. What are given? Power given, wavelength given. Now, what is power? Power is 100 watt. First I will write the given values. Power, solution, power is 100 watt. And the wavelength of the radiation or the wavelength of the sodium light. Which is the radiation here? Sodium light is the radiation and its wavelength is 589 nanometer. So in terms of meter, that is 10 to the power of minus 9 meter. So what is our aim? Our aim is to find the rate of photons delivered from the monochromatic source to the sphere. N by T. We have to find n by T. See here, how to solve this question? Now, by using the formula n by T is equal to P lambda divided by H into C. So, let us substitute the values. P is 100 and lambda is 589. 100 into 589 into 10 to the power of minus 9 divided by H into C. H is Planck's constant and C is the speed of light. So that is 6.62 into 10 to the power of minus 34 into 10 to the power of minus 34 into 3 into 10 to the power of 8 into 3 into 10 to the power of 8. Then 589 into 100. So that is 58,900. 58,900. Okay. So next, into 10 to the power of minus 9 divided by 6.62 into 3, that is 19.86. 19.86 19.86. Remember this value. H into C value is how much? 19.86 into 10 to the power of minus 26 into 10 to the power of minus 26. 3 into 10 to, sorry, 10 to the power of minus 34 into 10 to the power of 8, that is 10 to the power of minus 26. On solving this one, we will get the answer nearly about 3000. So 10 to the power of minus 9 into 10 to the power of minus 26 taken to the numerator, that becomes 10 to the power of plus 26. Then 26 minus 9, that is 17. 3000 into 10 to the power of 17. Then let us displace the decimal point after 3 digits in left direction. So that can be written as 3.0 into 10 to the power of 3 into 10 to the power of 17. So 10 to the power of 3 into 10 to the power of 17, that is 10 to the power of 20. Then it is 3 into 10 to the power of 20 photons per second. Photons per second. Then how many photons delivered per second here? 3 into 10 to the power of 20 photons per second. The options given, first option is 3 into 10 to the power of 20 photons per second. Second option is 5 into 10 to the power of 20. Third option 7 into 10 to the power of 20. And last option 9 into 10 to the power of 20. Then first option is the correct. Option 1 is correct. Okay. Now let us move to the next question. If the wavelength of incident radiation changes from lambda 1 to lambda 2, then the maximum kinetic energy of the emitted photoelectrons changes from K1 to K2. Then the work function of the emitter surface is. See here, the wavelength changes from where to where? Lambda 1 to lambda 2, and the kinetic energy changes from K1 to K2. Then what is our aim? Our aim is to find the work function of the emitter surface. So see here, if the wavelength of incident radiation changes from where to where? Lambda 1 to lambda 2, and the maximum kinetic energy of the photoelectrons changes from K1 to K2, then what is our aim? Our aim is to find the work function of the emitter surface or the metallic surface. Now, see here. So what is the formula? What is Einstein's photoelectric equation? That is E is equal to pi naught plus K maximum. E is energy of incident radiation, and pi naught is work function of the emitter surface, and K is the kinetic energy of the ejected electron. Once again, E is energy of incident radiation, pi naught is work function of the emitter surface, and K is kinetic energy. Now, for the first wavelength, that is lambda 1, then we can write energy of incident radiation, that is Hc by lambda 1. Hc by lambda 1, that is equal to pi naught plus K1. Pi naught plus K1. Next. So what is our aim? Our aim is to find the work function. Next. For the second wavelength, what is the energy of incident radiation? That is Hc by lambda 2 pi naught. Then the kinetic energy is K2. Kinetic energy is K2. Now, what we have to find now? We have to find the work function. So let us divide equation 1 by equation 2. Let us take it is equation 1 and it is equation 2. Then Hc by lambda 1 whole divided by Hc by lambda 2. Hc by lambda 2, that is equal to pi naught plus K1 divided by pi naught plus K2. Then here what get cancel? Hc get cancel. Then this one becomes lambda 2 by lambda 1. Lambda 2 by lambda 1, that is equal to pi naught plus K1 divided by pi naught plus K2. Pi naught plus K2. So let us take the cross multiplication. Now we need pi naught only. So pi naught plus K2 into lambda 2. So let us take pi naught plus K2 to the left hand side and lambda 1 to the right hand side. then it is lambda 1 pi naught plus k1. Now let us multiply this bracket by lambda 2. Now pi naught lambda 2 plus k2 lambda 2, that is equal to pi naught lambda 1 plus k1 lambda 1. Now what is our aim? Our aim is to find pi naught. So let us take pi naught terms one side. Now it is pi naught lambda 1 minus pi naught lambda 2. Pi naught lambda 1 minus pi naught lambda 2 means pi naught lambda 2 taken to the right hand side. Then pi naught lambda 1 minus pi naught lambda 2. Next. And k1 lambda 1 taken to the left hand side. Then it is k2 lambda 2 minus k1 lambda 1. K1 lambda 1. So what is common in these two? Pi naught is common. Then taking pi naught as common, then pi naught into lambda 1 minus of lambda 2, that is equal to k2 lambda 2 minus k1 lambda 1. So this is pi naught lambda 1 minus lambda 2 equal to k2 lambda 2 minus k1 lambda 1. Then pi naught is equal to k2 lambda 2 minus k1 lambda 1 whole divided by lambda 1 minus lambda 2. Hence this is the answer. So what are the options given? First option is lambda 1 k1 minus lambda 2 k2 divided by lambda 2 minus lambda 1. Then second option lambda 1 k2 minus lambda 2 k1 divided by lambda 1 minus lambda 2. And third option k2 minus k1 divided by lambda 1 k1 minus lambda 2 k2. And last option lambda 2 minus lambda 1 divided by lambda 2 k1 minus lambda 1 k2. So which is the correct one? So first one is the correct. So let us take here minus as common in these two. Minus as common means this one becomes in numerator. I will take minus as common. Now it is minus of k1 lambda 1 minus k2 lambda 2 divided by, in denominator I will take again minus sign common, then it is lambda 2 minus lambda 1. Once again multiply this bracket with negative sign, you will get this same thing. And again once again multiply this bracket with negative sign, you will get same thing. Now minus minus get cancelled, then k1 lambda 1 minus k2 lambda 2 whole divided by lambda 2 minus of lambda 1. Hence this is the answer, work function. Option 1 is correct. So next question, that is related to de Broglie wavelength. If the kinetic energy of a particle is increased 4 times, then the percentage decrease in its de Broglie wavelength will be. Means we have to find the percentage decrease in de Broglie wavelength here. So what is the relation between the wavelength and momentum? So the relation is lambda is equal to h by p. Lambda is equal to h by p. What is p here? P is momentum of the particle. Now, so first we have to find the momentum of the particle. So what is the relation between kinetic energy and momentum? That is k is equal to p square by 2m. P square by 2m. Now it is initial kinetic energy. If the kinetic energy increased 4 times, so it is initial kinetic energy and it is initial momentum. Now if kinetic energy increased 4 times, then what is the momentum we have to find? So that is pf square divided by 2m. So let us take the ratio. So kf by ki is equal to pf square divided by pi square. Pf square divided by pi square. Then kf is 4 times of initial kinetic energy. 4 ki divided by ki, that is equal to pf square divided by pi square. Now ki get cancel, then pf square is equal to 4 pi square. Then pf is equal to 2 pi. So the momentum increased by 2 times. Kinetic energy increased by 4 times means here the momentum increased by 2 times. Then the wavelength decreased by 2 times because the wavelength is inversely proportional to momentum here. Lambda is inversely proportional to momentum. So if the kinetic energy 4 times, then momentum is 2 times. Then we can write lambda is inversely proportional to 2. Then what is 1 by 2? 1 by 2 is 0.5. In terms of percentage, 50%. So the percentage decrease in de Broglie wavelength is how much? 50%. Options given: first option 100%, second option 50%, third option 41%, and last option 73%. Second option is the correct because 1 by 2 is 0.5. 0.5 in terms of percentage means 0.5 into 100, that is 50%. Option 2 is correct. So this is all about the dual nature of radiation and